This is a tarot reading for all air signs, so Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra placement, sun, moon, or rising. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Tarot is not fortune telling. I will not tell you anything that you don't already know. This is just a tool for your soul's expansion. So if you're okay with that, we're going to go ahead and get straight into the reading, air signs. We're going to start with your overall energy, do some clarification cards, and then we'll end with an oracle card. So let's get right into it. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra placements. What's the overall energy of this reading for air signs? At the bottom of the deck, you do have the Wheel of Fortune, air sign. So this is a really good card, one of my favorite cards in the deck. This is that, the karmic wheel is turning. Whether that's good karma or bad karma, only you can know. I do see with the supporting cards that it feels like this is good karma. This is you finally getting the gratification that you deserve for all of your hard work. You're being risen above others. You're being congratulated for your success. You're being acknowledged for how hard that you've been working. You're probably like a provider or somebody who is keeping it all together, the grounded one in the family, something like that. And people are finally starting to see that and acknowledge that, show appreciation for that. But also just you being able to appreciate and acknowledge your own efforts is what is going to be mirrored back to you. So it starts from within. I think that you are having harmonious relationships because you're able to really focus on creating harmony within yourself, because that's how it stems, like that's where it starts. Us having harmonious relationships with others starts from us being in harmony within ourselves. So how we talk to ourselves, how we feel about ourselves, do we love ourselves, are we taking care of ourselves, that kind of thing. And I think that you are working hard to do that. I think that you're trying to heal yourself, you're trying to make the choices that you need to make, because the Lover's card is the card of Gemini. It's also a card of making choices. So there's like decisions that you need to make for yourself, for the benefit of yourself, for the benefit of everyone else around you. And I think that you're trying to make those decisions. I think that you're able to look back on your accomplishments right now and you're feeling gratitude for how far you've come, everything that you've created for yourself. Just be able to allow other people into that emotional well-being, allow people to enjoy with you, because the Nine of Cups is somebody who has all these accomplishments and everything behind him, but the cups are empty, he's alone. Like there's a duality to every card. So I would say, be careful not to be too like cold and harsh to others. I think maybe you're like, this is how, like, I've done all of this, I've created all this for myself, and I did it all by myself, and I don't need anyone. Like for some of you, that's how it resonates. So yeah, let's go ahead and dig a little deeper though. Let's see what the clarification cards are. Okay, air signs. I think there's also something about creating boundaries. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Pentacles. So this is conservatism. This is like being frugal. This is about your foundation in your physical reality. So your foundation with your money, with your career, with your body, with just your house and things like that, like creating a foundation. You might be holding on to your resources right now, not wanting to share, not wanting to give towards things that aren't going to benefit you. But be careful that that doesn't turn into like a lack mindset, because the card after this is the Five of Pentacles, which is lack mindset, feeling like there's not enough to go around, focusing on your plight, focusing on the negative, focusing on feeling left out, or like sometimes when we believe that there's not enough to go around, and so we're holding on to our resources, like we're being super frugal, then that just mirrors back to us situations where we have to be frugal, where there isn't enough to go around, things like that. So be careful what your mindset is around this feeling of needing to like conserve your energy. I think with the Strength card backing the Six of Wands, you are able to face your fears, and you're able to call on the courage that you need to move forward, regardless of whether or not people are there to give you the gratification that you feel like you deserve for your efforts. You need to be able to give that to yourself sometimes. You need to be able to not be in fear of what other people think. Even for some of you, it's like not needing, like, it doesn't matter what everyone thinks about you. It matters what you think about you, and it matters how you're able to tame your own insecurities and tame your own fears, and it matters how you can call on your own courage to move forward in life, no matter what you're facing. The King of Pentacles is backed by the Devil card, so be careful not to be too how do I say this? Be careful of like a materialism mindset, because you're creating this like wealth for yourself. You're creating these things in the physical that you can have proof, that you can show to others, like, look, I've done this, I have this. But there's like a negative connotation to that here with the Devil card. So the more that you create for yourself, maybe you start to get on like a high horse and you start to prioritize materialism, or feel like you are better than others, or there's some negative relationship that you have with money or status. Even it's like you care about like name brands or something like that, or like you don't like you feel like your manifestations are a representative of who you are, and so you want to have these nice things because you want people to see that you are a wealthy person or something like that. It's like, I'm gonna pull one more card for that, for the Devil, because that's like codependency too. Maybe you're like dependent on finances to feel happy about yourself or good about yourself or something like that. Or like if you're not providing, then you don't feel good about yourself. Yeah, there's something to do with your childhood and like some sort of like emotional immaturity when it comes to finances, or like being a provider. Maybe you feel like you're entitled to treat people a certain way because you provide for them or something like that. There's some sort of like toxicity that has to do with like children, or like your inner child, or where you come from. Maybe you came from like a poor background, and so now you are a little immature when it comes to money and spending, or like you overspend, maybe because you want like the best of things because you didn't have that when you were a kid or something. But that is not the way to go about it. You don't need to prove to others anything. You don't need to show off anything to anybody. That just comes off in a negative way anyways. It comes off as immature. People can see that. So there's something to do with like you like overcompensating with material items to fill some sort of void that you have within from childhood, or from your roots, or from something. And for some of you, this could be spending money to show love to children in your life instead of giving them like quality time or something like that, which would be more beneficial. Children don't understand that the things that you buy them are you showing love, but maybe that's how you show love, because that's not how you never received that kind of stuff when you were a kid, and so like you feel like you're overcompensating, something like that. That's only going to resonate for some of you. But the Lover's card is backed by the Judgment. So this is about walking in alignment with your highest self, treating others and calling in relationships that are in alignment with your highest self. You really need to look at your purpose and look at your inner calling. You need to maybe forgive relationships, forgive certain people in your life for like the way the relationship has been, and just move forward in a more aligned way. It's okay to forgive people for not being the best soulmate to you. It's okay to have happy relationships with people. Yeah, something about walking in alignment, something about redemption, an awakening, a new phase. This could just be you really aligning stuff from within, being able to love yourself, treat yourself the way that you need to be treated, be your own soulmate, and therefore you're walking in alignment, and everything will kind of like unfold for you from there. I think in the past, I think you like have all of these accomplishments behind you, but you can be kind of dissatisfied with some of them, or like you put up this front that you're super happy, but there's something hidden, something that you're not satisfied with. You could be focusing on or re-evaluating your relationships and your connections, your emotions in general. You might feel disconnected from some things. Maybe you're used to doing things on your own, or you like being on your own because the people around you aren't satisfying you. But I feel like for some of you, this is kind of like presenting yourself as this like happy, successful person, but inside you're dealing with like overcompensation with spending, or needing gratification from others, or feeling like you need a relationship to be in alignment or something. It's like you have these like accomplishments, but you're not really happy with them. It's just like you're presenting as that. So I would look at like what's not really serving you and what you're not satisfied with emotionally. The King of Swords is backed by the Six of Cups. So I think there are some like boundaries that you need to lay in place. There's something to do with like nostalgia and the way that you like, there's some sort of communication or something. Here, let's pull a clarification card for the Six of Cups. There's some like murky, like misunderstanding energy here. Why is the Six of Cups here? Page of Cups again, and Page of Swords. So it's like this has to do with your communication around a child, or something to do with your childhood or where you come from. There's an immature energy again here. There's a lot of emotions and actions being taken in like overcompensation or something. And it's like to mask the way that you feel. Maybe you present yourself as this like cold, or not cold, but that's the wrong word. That's like a negative word. Air signs can come off sometimes as non-emotional because you guys are like very logical. I'm an Aquarius rising, so I understand really thinking about things and having like a different perspective than other people. But there's something about like immature communication or coming off as cold because there's something with your emotions that you haven't fixed yet or healed yet, or your communication comes off as cold and harsh because emotionally you're upset, but you don't know how to communicate your emotions or something like that. But I do think you're going to get clarity. You're going to get the ability to communicate what it is that you want. Be careful not to be like overly controlling, because that will cause conflict. Don't be controlling, because that will cause conflict. Don't try to control other people. That stems from the immaturity. That stems from you feeling out of control of your own emotions, and so you're trying to control the external world. You need to kind of like take a look within to be able to create this stable foundation for yourself. This is a daily, one task at a time mindset of making the best choice, the highest choice over and over and over again every day to create this foundation for yourself. But I think once you understand that you need to take one step at a time, that you need to look within for the answers, that you're not going to find what it is that you're looking for in this like materialism or in this like boasting of fake, like, oh, I'm happy, I have everything, see, don't you see? It's like, who are you trying to convince, yourself or other people? I think once you go within and try to like really see like what your soul's purpose is, what choices you need to make, loving yourself, loving other people, how you would want yourself to be loved, you'll be able to create a more solid foundation. Let's go ahead and pull an oracle card to end this reading to kind of tie it up for more clarity. Air signs. You have attract through glow, number 18. I'm going to go ahead and read this passage to you to end the reading. Notice how plain and unassuming Lightning Bug is in the light of the sun, yet in the darkness he becomes his most magnificent, brilliant self. It is his glow that we all yearn to experience. His glow is magnetic and attracts. His inner light is what lights up other lightning bugs and connects him to what he desires. In receiving Lightning Bug's medicine, you are being challenged to glow up and attract. Lightning Bug uses his glow for many reasons, but one main reason is to connect with other lightning bugs and to attract his mate. So whether you are in the stages of attracting your beloved or just trying to level up in the world, Lightning Bug's medicine teaches us that we brighten our glow by enhancing others' glows. Our inherent being doesn't just desire, but needs to be loved and heard by others. This card challenges us to enhance our relationships with others, and in doing so, we live a more fulfilling version of ourselves. When we are seen, heard, and respected by others, we feel not only amazing, but we glow more intensely. How do we improve our relationships with others? Research has shown that when we focus on the positive qualities of others, we begin to experience their positive qualities constantly. The medicine asks you to start a daily journal practice by writing down the aspects you love and admire in others. You will not only begin to see these glowing qualities in others in abundance, but their glow will enhance your glow. Practice this for at least a week and watch yourself and the people you wrote about glow up. So yeah, I hope that this resonated for you guys. If it did, let me know in the comments below how. I would love to read it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like these readings. I'll be posting air sign readings every Thursday on this channel. Yeah, subscribe to the channel and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.